A former Republican operative by the name of Tim Miller put out a YouTube video this week where he absolutely blasted the corporate media for continuing to sane wash Donald Trump. Now, over the weekend, and in a video clip on our YouTube channel earlier this week, I put together a supercut of clips of Donald Trump from just one rally this past weekend where the man was rambling and ranting and slurring, sounding like a drunken uncle at Thanksgiving. And Miller obviously saw the same things that we did. So Miller, in his video, attacked the media for completely ignoring not just the slurring, not just the seeming drunkenness, but the extreme statements that Trump made all weekend long. Here's what Miller said. Apparently, our media is just unable to rise to this challenge. There is no other way to put it. The depths that he is sunk to, and the type of rhetoric targeting Kamala Harris as mentally disabled, but more ominously discussing immigrants and police, where Donald Trump suggested that our country is going to lose our culture if we don't have mass deportations. Just sounding like a blood and soil nationalist in the vein of some of the most grotesque European parties, and then discussing how police need to enact one really violent day to scare away shoplifters. I guess this is all straight authoritarian stuff. It is disgusting. It is authoritarian. It's anti-American. And then he played a bunch of clips of Donald Trump. And then after all those clips of Donald Trump's extreme rhetoric, he added this. You get to prosecute your political foes. You want to have one really violent day where the government gets to target individual citizens without due process. You know, who have not been given their constitutional rights to a defense, to a trial. This is fascist crap. That's what it is. There's just no other way around it. It is creating a rationale by advancing these extreme, way over the line lies about black and brown immigrants and advancing lies about our election system in order to justify a violent crackdown on those mostly black and brown Americans when he gets in, and in order to justify a politicized attack on political foes who are just trying to protect our damn election system and make it work. But again, he lands on the point. The media didn't cover this. The media in this country continues to either completely ignore the horrible things that Donald Trump says on a regular basis, or they sane wash it. And if you want a good example of what sane washing is, we need to look at the fact that Donald Trump, earlier this week, of course, had mentioned that Brian Kemp in Georgia, Republican governor of Georgia, can't get President Biden on the phone to talk about disaster relief, which actually came after Brian Kemp mentioned, yeah, I've been in contact with Biden. He told me to contact me directly if there's anything we need. I told him we were good for now, but I'll take him up on the offer if I need to. And Trump said, nope, you can't even talk to him. They're letting Republicans die. And in response to that, here is how CNN reporter Kristen Holmes on Monday, talking about Trump's visit to Georgia, where he lied his ass off, Kristen Holmes said this. He is clearly taking this seriously as a politician, trying to show that he is there in support of the people on the ground. He is again offering a message of unity. Offering a message of unity when he's lying his ass off about what's actually happening. He also, by the way, promised he was going to bring them supplies, which he clearly didn't do. But that is how Kristen Holmes of CNN reported Donald Trump's visit to Georgia. And of course, the critics, political commentator Aaron Rupar said, CNN correspondent says Trump is taking Helene seriously and is offering a message of unity, hashtag sane washing. Democratic strategist Adam Parkaminko suggested Holmes had shown political bias akin to sporting Make America Great Again merchandise. Kristen Holmes should just put on a red hat, he wrote. Mark Jacob, former editor of the Chicago Tribune, said he found Holmes' coverage representative of mainstream media coverage of the 2024 presidential election lead-up and professed himself unimpressed, saying, quote, "The news media is failing us at this crucial moment for democracy. No reporter is so stupid that they would think Trump is actually spreading a message of unity." And then, of course, Media Matters said, Holmes did not mention Trump's false comments from earlier on September 30th that Kemp is having a hard time getting the president on the phone and that Biden is being very non-responsive. The same day, Kemp said that he had spoken to Biden the previous day and that he appreciates Biden's offers of assistance. So everything Tim Miller offered in his YouTube critique of the media literally came true on the same day from CNN, right? CNN's not right-leaning, they're not left-leaning, they're just a network doing whatever dying networks do, and this might be part of the reason you're dying. You went out there and claimed that Donald Trump was spreading a message of unity when he spread a message of hate and division and lies. And if you can't report that accurately, then everything Tim Miller said is absolutely correct, and the media is once again doing Donald Trump's dirty work for him. Well, folks, we have crossed that 1 million subscriber milestone, but rest assured, we are just getting started here at Ring of Fire. So if you're not already, please do subscribe to the channel and make sure to like, share, and comment on the videos.